What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy, the wrestling nerd himself, T Money 8789 here, back with another review video for your pleasure. My first review video on YouTube. I'm really happy. I'm a little nervous. I want to get your comments and thoughts on this video. So let me know. If you think I did great? Let me know down below. I love criticism. You know, if I don't get it right the first time, I go back and try it again. And please, I believe in that. But anyway, um, let's talk about Impact Wrestling from May the 17th, 2012. First, before we get into that review, I gotta talk about a couple things real quick. I don't want to keep the video too long. I gotta talk about a couple things real quick. A couple of news. Brooke Hogan has signed with TNA Wrestling, and Ashley Flair, yes, Ric Flair's daughter, has signed with WWE developmental contract with FCW. Uh, this news broke out yesterday, I believe, and I was kind of like, you know, Brooke Hogan, as we all know, VH1's reality star. She had her own show, Brooke. I think it was Brooke Knows Best. You know, so this girl, I wouldn't say she's talented. I wouldn't say that because obviously her record sales and her music really speaks for itself. So I would really call her talented. The only thing she ever did that was really successful is her little reality show that stayed on VH1 for a very long time. That's the only thing. My thoughts on her coming to TNA, I knew it was a matter of time, basically. With Hogan running the show around there, I knew it was only a matter of time for Dixie Carter thought, hey, we got one Hogan, let's bring in another Hogan, brother. But yeah, I kind of saw this coming. Kind of saw it coming. Ashley Flair signed with WWE. I kind of find it kind of awkward she was signed with WWE because of the fathers in TNA. Maybe the rumors are true that Ric Flair was sent to TNA to kill it. I don't believe it, but Ric Flair's done a lot for TNA, and it's kind of hard for people to make that bold statement. But he's done a lot for TNA. He's put a lot of guys over in TNA. He's helped a lot of young talent in TNA. So I wouldn't really say Ric Flair is there in TNA to kill it. And I hate when people say it when a former WWE guy like Ric Flair jumps over to a company like TNA and they say, oh, this guy's here to kill it and all this. Same thing they say with Vince Russo and WCW. You know, it were people responsible for the death of why WCW was going down at the time, but they weren't responsible for the downfall of it. They weren't responsible for it. The AOL merger was responsible for WCW going out of business. They didn't want it on their channel anymore. But anyway, um, let's get into the Impact review. I don't have much time now. I got to keep this video short and sweet, basically. Let's get into the Impact review. We kick off the show with Bobby Roode, as we should have. It's always good to start the show with your world champ, your retaining or new world champ, to get their thoughts on how it feels to win the belt and all that. Bobby Roode comes out, talks about how that sacrifice already gave him one heck of a match, which he did. He really made Bobby Roode look good at sacrifice. Basically, Bobby Roode goes on, talks about how in one more week he'll be the longest reigning TNA champ, one of the longest reigning TNA champs in the history of Impact Wrestling, basically. And I found this promo to be really good by Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode is good, great at what he does, and he definitely is one of the it factors of professional wrestling. His name alone speaks that. I think Bobby Roode is a great talent. I'm a big fan of Bobby Roode. This segment was great, and Hogan comes out basically and talks to Bobby Roode about how puts him over basically, and Hogan doesn't do that a lot. He put Bobby Roode over on the mic basically, saying that since he's become champion, it's been stability in the title picture basically. He's brought stability to that belt, and it was really a big thing for Bobby Roode to get acknowledgement from Hulk Hogan like that. Then Bobby Roode, he makes demands to Hogan, basically telling Hogan, I want this for my big bash from having from me celebrating me being the longest reigning TNA champ. Basically talking about Canadian confetti and all this crap. Really funny segment right there. Anyway, Hogan rips the man's up and tells Bobby Roode, you know what? It's not going to be a party next week, brother. It's going to be nothing but fighting next week, brother, because it's open fight night, and you got to worry with your 4 challenges coming at you, brother. So basically, not only did this segment hype up open fight night, but it also hyped up for what's going to happen for the rest of the night. And I love a show that in the first segment, you already know what's going to happen throughout the rest of the night. It's not some random thrown together main event match or random thrown together tag team match. It's right down to the middle, straight to the point. This segment didn't go over too long, which was a good thing. And I was glad that Hogan just cut straight to the point, right down to the middle. Let's get to the point, get it over with. Thank you. Anyway, this is just a great segment to kick off Impact Wrestling. It hyped up open fight night. It got to the rest of the show. So No complaints here for this segment. Next match. First match of the night was the qualifier match, Open Fight Night qualifier match between Bully Ray and RVD. Um, this match, I didn't going into this match, I didn't expect much out of this because RVD is selling an injury basically, so I didn't expect much out of this match, and I didn't get much out of this match. It was an okay match basically. Bully Ray ends up going over as he should. RVD basically is about title contention now, thank God. And basically now Bully Ray is one of the final four in the Open Fight Night Challenge for the world title, which is a good thing. Next matchup, next match we got was the Battle Royal for the Open Fight Night. Was the Battle Royal for the Open Fight Night. The Battle Royal for the next spot in the Open Fight Night. I like how TNA kept going with this Open Fight Night concept. How they kept really pounding it in, letting us know that, you know, hey, we got an Open Fight Night tournament going on. We got to keep this thing moving and rolling. No stopping, no talking, just straight to the business. And I like that. Anyway, the Battle Royal was, it was okay. Had a couple of potential great world champs out there, like a Magnus, Gunner, you know, some potential great world champs out there. This battle royal was okay. The only thing that really took away from this battle royal was Crimson getting eliminated by ODB and Eric Young. You're trying to portray Crimson as a tough ass and an undefeated guy. He gets thrown out of a battle royal by a woman and a retarded comedy character. Come on, TNA. You can't make this guy look tough like that. He looks weak. And it's a shame Crimson had to get eliminated like that by ODB and Eric Young. Oh boy, I hope they're not thinking about having Eric Young end this abortion of a streak that Crimson has at Summerversary. I really don't care, but oh god, he'll be even a bigger joke then. And I like Crimson. I think Tommy Mercer, that's his real name, is a great talent. I've seen something on the indie scene. He's a great talent. I like Tommy Mercer, but they gotta end this abortion of a damn streak. I mean, he doesn't even have a number to it. How is it supposed to be a streak and we don't know the number? He could be at 10-0. We don't know. Anyway, Battle Royale was okay to that fucking to that fucking no talented hack man Garrett Bischoff, was in there trying to get his little shine on. And I was thinking to myself, because I didn't read the spoilers for Impact. I don't read the spoilers anymore. And I was like, oh god, TNA is thinking about pushing this guy to the world title picture. This would be one of the biggest travesties since David Arquette won the WCW world title in WCW. I was like, oh my god. I'd rather have a see a David Arquette title ring than a fucking Garrett Bischoff. And that says a lot about Garrett Bischoff as well. But anyway, I was glad when Garrett Bischoff got eliminated by AJ Styles, basically. Devon was eliminated by Garrett Bischoff, which I found bullshit. And basically, AJ ends up winning by eliminating Austin Aries. And I like the little face-off AJ and Aries had in the middle of the ring at a certain point. It was like, can you top this? And these both men just was out topping each other. And I really enjoyed it. So down the line, we should get an AJ and Aries feud. That's really solidified Aries as a really main event type player for that company in a feud with AJ. I think, in my personal opinion. But anyway, AJ ends up winning by eliminating Aries, then eliminating Gunner in quick fashion, and AJ is now one of the top 4 men to go after the world title next week of Fight Night, as he should have. I think this is the right thing. You had 3 guys in there that potentially are big stars for TNA: AJ, Austin Aries, and Gunner. What more can you ask for? Then we'll move on. We get the Knockouts title match. Gail Kim defends her Knockouts title up against Velvet and Brooke Tessmacher. This match was decent for a triple threat match. It could have been worse, but I think Velvet is trying to get better. She's not like Kelly, where it seems like she's not trying. Velvet is actually really trying to get better, but she really needs to stop doing that little knee thing she does. It's like she's practicing it, not trying to perfect it. It's like she's practicing it, basically, on Gail. It's really an ugly spot, really. But anyway, the match was decent for a knockouts match. For a triple threat match with 2 girls that really can't work that good, and for one woman that can work her ass off in the ring, and Gail Kim. I believe Gail Kim basically was really controlling the pace of this match. I like the way she was controlling the pace of it. She basically was trying to make Velvet and Brooke Tessmacher look better than their match last week. I think their match last week was but it was still better than any Divas match on WWE. Thank you. But anyway, this match is okay. It was decent for what it was. Gail Kim ends up winning. retaining her Knockouts title. Basically, I'm interested to see where they go with Gail from this point. Really, they haven't really. It's either they're going back with Gail and Velvet at Slammiversary. And if you do TNA, please, if you're gonna put either you put the belt on Velvet or you don't. Shit or get off the pot with this damn girl, please. I mean, come on, man. But anyway, it was a decent knockout match. Then we got a rematch from Sacrifice, Anderson versus Jeff Hardy. So I guess we get it at the pay-per-view. Now we get it again this week. I gotta say one thing though. Anderson and Jeff Hardy can work well together. They do. They have great chemistry in the ring, and they can put on great matches. And this match was really good. Jeff Hardy ends up going over. You know Jeff Hardy was going over now this time. Anderson went over at pay-per-view. You know Jeff Hardy was going over tonight. So I really didn't. I was like, oh, Jeff Hardy's going over. So Jeff Hardy goes over basically with a roll. I think it was a roll up, I believe, and basically beats Anderson. And Jeff Hardy wins a spot in the fatal four-way hunt for the world title for Open Fight Night. Then after that, we get some hype on the main event, Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle, which is really, I like the way TNA really went back to their roots and saw and showed how Samoa Joe and Angle had epic battles with each other from Lockdown 2008 to Genesis 2006, which was two great matches that featured them and really big money draws for the company at the time. I like the way TNA did that. They really showed that they had respect for that feud, and they showed that we remember this. You know, we know this. These guys are gonna tear down the fucking house later on tonight. I like how they did that and all. It was really great to see them hype up Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle, make it feel like a big deal main event for the company, which it is. I mean, because this feud, you're talking about a feud that really drew a lot of money, in 2008 for TNA and 2006 for TNA. You know, so. You know, the money feud always has to be the best feud you can put out there, and you gotta hype it up. You gotta make it feel like, oh shit, this is a big deal for us. Next match we got was, excuse me. Then we got, AJ Styles basically addressing his Dixie Carter thing, his favorite Dixie Carter basically. You had Cass and Daniels come out, and Daniels just worked the fucking mic for that great reason. He didn't work the fucking mic tonight on this segment. I liked it and all. I don't know where they're going with Cass and Daniels as tag champs. I know they put the straps on them at Sacrifice, and I was like, okay, I see where they're trying to go with this. But now it's like mainly they're focused on Daniels and AJ, and Cass is like the third wheel in this. And, you know, that's really a shame because they put the straps on Cass and Daniels. You might as well go ahead and have a tag team feud over those belts with Angle and AJ. I mean, why not? It's the perfect, I mean, it really makes sense. I mean, to me it does, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm really interested to see where they go from this. Then we got the main event. Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle. And a decent main event. It wasn't better than the last two matches, but it was at least decent for a main event match. You couldn't really expect much out of these guys. They only had 8 minutes left in the show, so hey, take what you get. Anyway, this is really a great match. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it for the 8 minutes it had, basically. Angle ends up winning with a small package, basically advancing on to the to the top 4 for the Open Fight Night challenge. And basically, I like how the ending was with Bobby Roode on the stage, basically scouting out his opponents. Basically, you had Bully Ray on one side, you had Jeff Hardy come out the crowd, you had AJ come out the tunnel, you had Angle in the ring, basically saying, you you got a big target on your back, Roode. So I like how they've really been featuring Bobby Roode, making him like a really big target that everybody hates. Everybody's trying to get that belt off of him. And, I really like that. It's really showing how good of a heel Roode really is. But anyway, overall, I enjoyed this Impact tonight. It was really good. The show was deep. The show was great for after a very solid pay-per-view and Sacrifice. This was really good. TNA definitely stepping the game up. Keep it up, TNA. Keep up the good work. This is your boy, the Wrestling Nerd, 28789 here saying peace. I'm out of here.